Welcome back, welcome back. Thank you for joining. Welcome back to Talvon Talks, where life is inevitable through life experiences, knowledge, and understanding. I am going to be featuring two poems, and this one in particular is titled Thomson. Thank you again for joining. I love to find places in my home where there is peace and serenity. Hopefully there is not too much of an echo. So here it goes. Please bear with me. This is very, very sensitive. This is a true story. And let me just get through this in one quick piece. So there's not going to be much eye contact. I wrote, he allows me to relive the past, the future, and the present through my dreams. He allows me to be a criminal in my dreams, awaking my eyes to no cuffs. I killed him brutally several times. I stabbed him multiple times. There was so much blood. I bashed his skull in the metal frame perceived as steel while laying there still wanting him to come back to life just so I could murder him again for the lack of emotion, pain, disrespect, and death he caused on my friend. He was not a friend to my friend, more like a toxic friend of a friend, yet my friend being so loyal with multiple chances he continued to give him, allowed him to move freely in and out of his life, like they wasn't even fucking, just friends. Even the times they did speak or didn't speak, I am like, why you be bothered with him? I met my friend whom had a best friend that was not good for him, that embarrassed lack of a man, fuck human, killed his own supposedly friend of 12 fucking years. How do you know someone for 12 years, allowing them to smile in your face, coming back and forth and in and out of your life, continuing to be in their face, backstabbers, feeling sorry for those that can't and won't speak up for themselves because of the confrontation they avoid, fucking backstabbers, holding his friend's funeral in his hometown with a room filled of bastards, cowards, untrained human beings. Who was he? The question piled up like flies on shit after his death as people asked questions about my friend, comparing stories of my friend, an individual who was quiet, peaceful, loving, loved to have fun, smart, friendly, passive, warm, gifted, wholehearted, being taken advantage of by a fast city slicker that is aggressive, gaining money, criminal mindset, unruly attitude, fucking and sucking every boy that came around as he claimed to be an ordained minister, starting his own church while fucking all of the members. Just fucking blasphemy. How dare you come into the hospital using your minister's license to get through the visitor's procedure, trumping everyone in the waiting room, surpassing them to the back. How fucking dare you? If his real pastor had have came to visit, they would have said you can't go back because there's a fucking fake beside him. Just no fucking good. While this was towards the end of his lifespan, not mentioning the past and why I would have been eradicated this lack of a man out of my fucking life, yet with a father that didn't give a fuck until the end, and a mother that, to my knowledge, and no one will know the real story, yet she was kidnapped at a young age. His aunt whom stepped up to the plate and raised him as her own. May she rest in peace, as I am glad he was able to bury her prior to his burial. My friend was a good person and didn't deserve that, yet I am thankful for the people that God has taken in front of me. I cried after my graduation because he was supposed to be there. He was the one to encourage me making the decision and getting cold feet to continue and start culinary school. We lived together. At the end, towards his downfall, I seen a difference in him, like he gave up on life. The things he did, he didn't do any longer. Self-care, grooming, etc. I looked appalled as this is not like you, as his turning point began to happen and not for the good. I was no fool. I could detect something happening. He went to jail falsely accused while finding out that his only living blood cousin had passed away in a newspaper, the obituary section. And of course, by that time he got out, it was over. No viewing, no visits, just gone. Reiterating, my friend had no one but his friends and the blood relatives that was known as deceased, not prevalent, or he didn't deal with them. From Thomson, a small town in Georgia where everyone knew everyone, we used to do so many things together. Church, going out. We even had multiple sexual experiences with other people in the same room, and or what is known as threesomes. It was like I was watching my own movie that was never produced as I watched him lying there helpless on his deathbed. He couldn't speak towards the end of his death, so many people came out of the woods claiming to be his relatives, as it was shocking and never seen before, like a movie. I cannot even tell you the last verbal words that he said to me because it had been that long. I do remember the last conversation while he was in jail. We stayed together, so it was communication still there. Yet I was in the dark having to pick up the pieces while he was incarcerated, not knowing for quite some time prior to hearing from him, coming home for days wondering where he was, yet no inclination or much of a concern due to his MO. He was very secretive yet open enough, and I could get through, so this factor didn't pertain to me. Yet it happened so fast. Jail, hospital, pain, dead. He had braces on and became mute. The sores developing in his mouth and around his lips, so painful. I worked a lot, yet I took so much time off, not even to be by his side, due to the strict visiting hours, yet to operate to the hospitals that they discharged him from, to attempt to save his life and gain more help that he would want getting from the hospital he was at. He went from being at Emory, a prestigious hospital. He actually worked there. But yet when the bills are due and the beds are filled and you are still a patient in need, business and money always rules, as they transported him to another urban hospital that really led to his downfall. As they were not taking care of him in DeKalb Medical, the old-ass fucking building that smelled like 1,000 dead people. Entering his room, you could tell bandages laying around from when the nurses came in and changed his bandages. Trash filled up like no one had been there for fucking days. I can only imagine how they treated him with complications of AIDS. I was enraged. As they kicked me out of the hospital. I left out screaming to the top of my lungs, "They're going to kill him! They're going to kill him!" As I told him everything that happened and how his friend is not a friend. Yes, it may have been insensitive while someone is going through something of this caliber, yet I had to let him know briefly before he rested his eyes whom really loved him and whom was in his circle. And he knew as well, which is the reasoning for me, the only one who knew about his personal and medical situation. Yet that asshole that he knew for 12 years, he allowed to have all of his social security and personal numbers in case anything ever happened to him. It's amazing to think you know a person. I deeply believe that my friend picked and chose his battles wisely. He knew that asshole was not really his friend, as he watched him use his own mother and father and sister while embezzling thousands of dollars out of them, boasting and happy about it while living in lavish houses, leasing and contracts and breaking leases and contracts, staying in Midtown and Buckhead above his means while working at Burger King as a fucking manager, only when he had to, and would quit in a hot minute. The first time I stepped in the hospital room after all the time I was unsure and him being sick because he was in a coma at first. I was there in his ear telling him to wake up, and then eventually they transported him. I walked in the room, his eyes lit open, not being able to speak and very weak, shaking his hands like a 5-year-old with excitement. Also with a T-cell count of 10. Having never seen or heard of this number being so low except for the personality on the real VH1 episodes whom immune system and T-cell count was a 5, meaning if anyone breathed on them, it could take them out. He couldn't speak, but I asked him, was they treating him okay in there? I gave him a pen and paper and told him to write to me anything, something of communication. He barely had a grip on the pencil, as his penmanship was always so pretty, dainty, and flowed like water on a piece of paper. He wrote with a shaking hand, letters skipping and spread apart. I love you. His friend pulled the plug on him, yet God gives and takes life. There is many opinions on to pull or not to pull, but for me it was too early, and that man buried his ass so fast hosting the funeral, and all with my mindset that he was getting paid from the insurance money. He called me to speak at the funeral. I told him, fuck you, and if you ever come near me, I will kill you. The funeral, I was outside of the church but didn't go in. The viewing I seen from afar. With eyes on the inside of the building, the place was filled with literally people that my friend didn't deal with any longer, or randoms. How dare you? There was one, maybe two, that actually gave a fuck and was genuine, in which I had known of. And I also had eyes on the inside. I seen him once every now and then talking about the fake friend. And it doesn't help that he goes to similar churches that I used to be affiliated with. The pain and hatred towards him no longer lives in me. I seen him at the clinic with his sick ass, and I was going to attack the shit out of him. I tried to get up, but my body froze. I was trying to get up. I was going to fuck him up. I was going to kill him again. For real this time. It was not a dream, yet it was like God was placing his hand on my chest, bearing down. I couldn't move. I seen him and it seen me. I seen him and he seen me. It looked like he seen a ghost, and I never seen anyone look so frightened or moved so quick as he did try to speak, yet the glare and death in my eyes kept his ass moving. I am writing this poem in letter form to the victim for my friend because, like I told you, I am writing this poem in letter form for the victim, for my friend, because like I told you, asshole, and if you ever read this, you will know I am referencing to you. I hope the money was worth it, and like I told you prior to the funeral when you called me after I said fuck you, I will reiterate. I hope that God has a light hand on you when he comes and takes his time, and when your time comes. Signed by a previously angered black man. I might not have hatred in my heart anymore, but you still ain't shit, motherfucker.